Thomas, why don't you lead us off? Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, John. Today, first of all, I think just looking at your fastballs, it was the highest velocity on the average since sometime in the 2019 season. Did it feel that way to you that maybe the rest and the rehab and correcting some things in the elbow area gave you a little bit more of the fastball?
Yeah, I wasn't, not once did I think about my elbow today. It's been feeling really good. Thankful for that. But my delivery, I think, is what's getting the extra push on everything. So I feel more powerful, more in my legs, and that seems to be playing good for every pitch.
Even when you showed up today, did you feel like you had a little bit more on the fastball, or was it something that you had to get into the game to feel?
I kind of had an idea I would be throwing a little bit harder today. My rehab those were up, so I think it was going to be quite similar, and I'm glad it was. I had to fight a lot of stuff today, so I will take it.
As far as fighting a lot of stuff, was it a lot just being back on the mound and the excitement of it? What about today?
I felt really calm today. I felt very calm out there. I felt like we were just doing everything one pitch at a time. Nothing got really scrambled or anything like that. It was just a good plan to follow. We followed it really well. And one thing that we didn't do is get behind a lot of guys or walk guys. I think that's the big key.
One thing I noticed, the sensors were calling your fastball a lot of two-seamers. You don't really throw a lot of those. I mean, was it mostly almost all four-seam today?
Yeah, 100% all four seams. I can't throw a two-seam. I've tried countless times, but every once in a while my four-seam.
You look at this day overall, and granted there were some, obviously home runs late, and the Brewers have a good offensive team, but do you feel like this team is playing a little bit better as far as the road is concerned on this trip?
I think so. I mean, it comes down to just like a couple of things today, and like everything's backwards. So I don't think we should be beating ourselves up over this thing. I mean, we were in the game the whole time. It sucks, being ahead and all that and coming out with the loss. But overall, I think we're still playing really good baseball. There was just a few pitches, I mean, that could have gone the other way and it would have been completely different.
Thanks, John.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, I tried to record through here.
Yeah, John, for coming off the injured list like you did, I mean, obviously they cut it short at 5 innings, but over 80 pitches. But how good did it feel to come out and throw strikes the way you threw strikes and to command it as well as you commanded? Did that surprise you at all?
A little bit. I knew that's what myself when I'm going good looks like. So I knew that was the goal in mind. Never sure about it always happening 100% of the time, but I felt really good about it. Knew I was going to be somewhere in the ballpark today of where I've been. So I feel really good physically. I think a lot of it's just some mechanical changes I've made since my elbow. So I just feel more powerful in my legs. I feel like the slider's got an extra bite to it, and fastball's ticking up. So it's a good combination.
Also, there were no walks, right? I mean, that's always got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, so feeling that good in your body, it helps you attack the zone more.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go to Danielle next. Go ahead, Danielle.
Hey, John, what mechanical changes did you make because of your elbow?
So I guess basically I've just been really working on loading on my back leg and just trying to get all my weight back there, not falling forward to the mound or to the plate. Sorry. When I start falling forward to the plate, things get bad. Pitches don't become sharp. I start missing everywhere. So I think it was just good to get back in that solid position, and it helped everything out.
Did you feel this strong during your rehab start, or at what point did you kind of get to this feeling?
I felt like it in my rehab start. I felt like everything was pretty sharp. It's been pretty similar, but I think there's a little bit of room to grow. So I'm excited to see what's next.
Thank you.
We'll go to Nick Grope next. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, hey, John, just in the weeds here real quick. before the injury, you mentioned that you were wanting more velo. But I mean, so were you efforting, was there more effort, or was it really just that you're getting all that power from your back leg?
I think a little bit of both. I think getting all that power in my back leg lets me use all my energy. And this is the first time I've been able to really trust it. And especially on the rehab start, I was able to do it and not worry about the results. So it was good. It was really good for me.
And do you think that those changes maybe, I guess I should ask you, were you seeing sink? I know you're not throwing a 2-seamer, but were you seeing sink on the fastball?
I was every once in a while. Yeah, I could tell it was someone would take off down. It's kind of weird, but I mean, if it's doing both, I'm okay with it. That's hard to hit.
Yeah, apparently it was. Do you think that that's from, staying back? Do you think that's a product of that?
Yeah, I think it could be. I occasionally run fastballs across on the road, and I wanted my fastball to play more straight on the road, but I mean, shoot, it just felt powerful today. I feel like I was just really attacking the zone with it, and yeah, I feel like we had the hitters on their heels.
Awesome, thanks.
We'll go back to Tracy for our last question. Go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, just real quick, John, who worked with you on the idea of putting the more pressure on your back leg? Or was that just something you thought I'd try?
But it was just something I thought of because I just feel like I wasn't putting guys away like I can. Like I'm not using everything I have. And I knew that was something that could help. And it could also help with the velo, like everything. So I just kind of went for it.
Thanks, sir.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for your time, John.